Master Yoda. Oh, I'm Yoda. This is what Yoda sounds like. Hey, Whis, I'm Yoda. Funny joke. Hello and welcome back to Drunken Book Club, where the drinks are optional, but the books aren't. I'm your host, Christopher, the strong with not that kind of force, Rupal, joined with...
My dark side is curbed by the appropriate Sam.
The Jedi Master Brand. I've never seen Star Wars.
Yaddle. The trash can droid, Noelia.
Gonk? Or
Gonk.
R2?
And I only believe in the canon stuff, Luis.
Gonk bots are canon, I love them.
Nah, it's all about the legends.
Legends are great.
Gonk.
And if you couldn't tell from what we were saying right now, I found ourselves a Choose Your Destiny Star Wars book, a Luke and Leia adventure, Flight of the Falcon.
How old is this?
It's from
siblings,
2018.
Yes.
Oh, that's not too
They are
bad.
siblings, yes.
That's
They're
not
twins.
old at all.
And they are also in a relationship, yes?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
She does kiss him multiple times.
To be fair,
Twice.
that's before they find out they're twins.
Just a little homie kiss.
Kissing the homies goodnight.
No, first was a homie kiss.
First was a kiss for luck, which is not a homie kiss. You don't kiss your homies for luck.
Yes, you do.
You don't?
I don't kiss my homies for luck.
I do.
Do you kiss your homies?
I open tongue my homies for luck. Obviously.
If you don't at least get to first base with your homies, are they really your homies?
Exactly.
If you don't touch tips, are you really homies?
But yes, I am the J&K version of
10
trash
feet
can.
apart because we're not gay.
Oh my gosh. 10 feet apart because we're social distancing. Oh wow, it's been a long time since I've thought of that phrase.
Social distancing. I wish more people would do it.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
I miss it.
I miss having windows up at the theaters, preventing people from breathing on me.
I
Except
wish-
those down?
Yeah.
I miss people using fucking masks in a regular...
Dude.
Because I get way within 6 feet for what I do.
At work, we're the only department that's still using masks. Even our health department doesn't use masks. It's weird. And then we're gonna get rid of it, and I'm just like, I still want to wear my mask. It's just it just feels.
I don't lie, it does kind of make my job a little harder because I had to talk a lot with people.
Yeah.
And they're really stupid as well. So if they can't understand me, it just makes it really harder. But when I had that glass, it made me feel a little more comfortable not having a mask.
Mm-hmm.
You know who else has a mask?
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
My dad.
You know who else takes off their mask? I can't fucking remember his name, goddammit.
Kylo Ren?
Yeah, Kylo Ren. I'm sorry.
Put on the spot.
Ben Swallow.
It's Ben Swallow.
Ben Swallow.
Dradim Ivor.
You know who else takes off their mask? I don't know.
My mom!
Din Djarin in episode season finale. Not on right now.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah.
I think you mean Dingadonga
You know who else takes off their mask?
My mom!
General Palpatine, because he was wearing a metaphorical mask.
Oh.
There was no General Palpatine.
He wasn't a general.
I don't fucking
He
know
was-
what the
he
fuck
was
this
a
is.
senator.
He said that he doesn't know Star Wars.
You know
I mean, he. But the thing is, he tells the truth with taking off a metaphorical mask, though.
yeah.
That's the thing.
That
He
wasn't
got
wrong.
that right.
It was a fucking shot in the dark.
I wasn't
Emperor.
telling him he was wrong on that end.
Technically, it
Emperor.
was senator
Senator.
when it happened.
Senator.
But Emperor would at least be technically correct as well.
Yeah.
Yes, because he was both.
But at the time, it would be
Oh.
senator.
No.
To be pedantic.
Okay, anyways.
Okay,
Sounds
let's
pedantic.
get into our destiny. Let's choose our destiny, guys.
For today, you need to show him the Clone Wars in a nutshell, by the way, afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Luke Skywalker sensed the attack a second before Commander Nera's warning crackled over the comm. First Squadron, we have incoming multiple fighters moving in fast. Luke threw his X-Wing into a sharp roll as emerald plasma bolts shot past his cockpit.
Whoa.
I put a lot of emphasis on cock there.
You
Obviously.
sure did.
Yeah.
That was close, Red 5. Nara scolded him. Too close. Luke, I don't know who this Nara is, so I'm assuming feminine voice because it
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Luke scowled as he leveled out. Arvul Nara had taken
Just go in
command
there.
of Red Squadron soon after the Battle of Yavin and made it abundantly clear that Luke wouldn't get special treatment. He wasn't kidding. The grizzled commander... Oh, it's a guy. The grizzled commander always seemed to be on Luke's back, demanding more of him than anyone else, including Wedge Antilles. Or Antilles? I don't know. I've never known how to pronounce his last name. Who had flown with Luke against the Death Star. You okay? Wedge asked over the comm, bringing his own X-Wing alongside Luke's. What was that? Luke asked in response, searching the nebula for any sign of whoever had attacked him. I should try to do his voice as Bubs from, not Bubs, Hops. Skips, thank you. Oh my god, I'm so out of it.
Hops.
From regular show. Yeah, Hops.
Judy Hops.
No, you should do it as the Joker.
Ooh, Joker! You gotta go like this and do a little bit like that.
Yeah.
From his position behind Luke, R2-D2 blurbed a reply. Beep boop, beep beep boop. Ah, a TIE fighter. Luke asked the droid, are you sure? I caught a glimpse before it disappeared back into the cloud, Wedge said. But it was like no TIE I've ever seen. Another voice joined the conversation. It was Jamman! Jamman. Jamman! Jamman! Jammin'. I want to go jamming with you. A Duras pilot who had recently joined the squadron. Could they be experimental models?
Oh my god.
Whatever they are, keep your eyes sharp. Nara replied. They could be anywhere in all this dust. Copy that, Red Lita. Jamman out. Nara was right. Red Squadron was accompanying the Nema, an Alliance transport carrying essential medical supplies. The Imperial Navy could stop at nothing to bring down such a valuable resource. So the Alliance Council had plotted a course through the Kiax Nebula. Most spacefarers avoided the cloud of thick, swirling space dust as it wreaked havoc on their sensor readings. Mon Mothma, the Alliance Chief of State, had gambled they'd be able to use it to slip past the Empire unnoticed. But what if she'd been wrong? Ooh. Luke felt a tug at his mind and recognized it immediately as the Force. The mysterious energy field that connected all living things. Get that, Brandon? Luke had felt it.
I know about the Wills.
You know about the midi-chlorians?
Yes, of course I know about your metachlorian count.
Yeah, the midichlorians. Luke had felt it all his life, but hadn't known its true power not until he met Ben Kenobi, the gay space wizard.
The sassy bitch.
They're coming back, he muttered. How do you know? Wedge asked. Ahead of them, two ships appeared through this sea of whirling dust. Luke could see that what Wedge had meant. The Empire had dozens of different TIEs, from the standard fighter to the advanced model Darth Vader had flown during the Battle of Yavin. Yet they were all constricted along similar lines with the same gunmetal color scheme. Oh, man, that was wanting to come out for a bit there. That one also.
Why did they write that in the script?
I know, right? Sorry, man. I had to burp it out. These were different. The TIE on the right was bright blue, with 3 curved wings, while the other on the left was yellow, its wings long and pointed, with a large cannon where the cockpit should be. Both had opened fire. Luke and Wedge peeled apart, the energy beams passing harmlessly between them. Fight on your tail, Red 5, Jammin reported as Luke ducked and weaved. Thanks, Red 3. Luke reached out with the Force, seeing a flash of blue in his mind's eye. The TIE with the 3 wings. He pulled up, throwing the X-Wing into a loop. R2 squealed in protest as they soared over their pursuer. That's him squealing in protest, right?
That's the one.
Dropping down behind so the hunter became the hunted. Luke didn't... Oh, wow. There's a picture of it. Those are butt ugly. Look at those ties, Weiss. What do you think of them?
Oh, those are weird.
Right?
That blue one's not bad, but that yellow one is weird.
The yellow one is shaped like a penis.
They didn't get the perspective
It
right,
looks like a Jedi starfighter,
space.
just with a giant cannon penis in the middle.
Yeah, no. Luke didn't need his targeting computer. He pressed down on his trigger and ripped the TIE fighter apart. Luke didn't have time to celebrate. He could feel something was wrong. Slamming his X-Wing into a sharp turn, he raced back toward the Nema. Jaman was in trouble, unable to shake the yellow TIE fighter with the heavy cannon. Red 3, look out! Luke's warning came a moment too late. The cannon discharged and Jammin's X-Wing exploded in a blaze of superheated metal.
Oh! No! My Apple Jacks.
My Apple Jacks. Here I come, my cinnamon. Luke cried out, destroying the yellow fighter with a barrage of ruby red lasers.
Okay, so I looked it up.
Yeah.
The one with the 3 is called a TIE Phantom.
Is that yellow?
And the penis one is called a TIE XP Mark IV.
Man, those are some lame names.
Yeah.
Phantom at least is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Above him, Wedge was caught in a dogfight with yet another TIE fighter. This one painted red and sporting a single wing positioned like a sand shark's fin.
What the Okay, hold on.
Good. Do with some assistance, Red 5. I've got you, Luke said, pulling up the TIE. The TIE was so focused on Wedge that it didn't even see Luke coming until it was too late. The strange starfighter erupted in a ball of crimson flame. Thanks.
Sorry, we found the one you just explained.
Yeah.
And it looks silly.
Okay, can I see?
It's TIE experimental.
Top.
See it? Just one fin in the middle.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of a really lame B-Wing.
Yeah.
Which one?
It looks like a jack in a game of jacks.
Oh my god.
Wait, let me.
Ball.
It looks like the thing in 2001: A
It's the fin
Space
in the
Odyssey.
middle. Yeah, right?
It's like a baby toy. It's like a baby toy.
I don't want babies in my space.
Yeah, no babies in Star Wars. Star Wars babies. They're shooting up the fucking planet.
Do not. No, I just got that out of my head. Fuck you.
I had Muppet Babies stuck in my head for like a
And he
week.
would just, out of nowhere, just be like, Muppet Babies.
Just out of nowhere, it just popped in my head. I don't watch Muppet Babies or anything. It just popped into my head.
Comes in, yeah.
It's intrusive.
Not a problem, Luke told Wedge. Meanwhile, Nara was exchanging shots with a green TIE fighter with S-foils instead of solar wings. A Red 4, a Twi'lek pilot named Elar, was flying straight toward a purple fighter with a cockpit shaped like a bullet. Need a hand, Red 4? Wedge asked, only to get a swift rebuttal from the female pilot. Everything's under control, Red 2, unless you want to see how it's done. But before Elar could display her marksmanship, the purple TIE peeled off into the nebula. Where'd he go? Elar asked. Looks like you scared him off, Wedge replied. Above them, Nara's opponents had also escaped. We can't let them get away, Luke shouted. Let them go, Red 5, Nara told him. Our first duty is to protect the transport. But what if there's an entire armada in there? Luke argued. We'll never know unless we follow them, the Batman.
The Batman.
Protect the transport, came the stern reply. What does Luke do? To stay with the transport, go to page 25. To go after the TIE fighters, go to page 20.
Freaking protect the damn resources.
Agreed.
We're fighting a war here.
Yeah, I agreed.
Brandon, what's
Sure.
your... Aww.
No.
You wanted to go after the TIE fighters?
No, not today.
Also, still trying to find
Not
the other
feeling the
TIE
energy.
fighter that didn't have wings. I don't know.
It's just that basset hound that sounds like a TIE fighter. It is a... Have you seen that, Luis?
No.
I love him.
Oh wait, stay with the transport, go to page 25. Okay.
Oh,
I was
the
on
dog.
Yeah, the dog.
Yeah.
The-
Yeah, that's him.
And
Luke,
I now hear it every time I see it. I hear a TIE fighter.
Yeah.
Luke slumped in his seat. Red Leader was right. Flying after the TIEs would leave the Nema vulnerable to attack.
Mm-hmm.
It's for the best, Wedge told Luke over the comm as he brought the X-Wing alongside Nara's fighter. Copy that, Red 2, Luke admitted. I just can't shake the feeling that there's something out there in the nebula. Something bad. The end. Do you think Luke made the right choice? Go back and try again.
Oh,
No way!
Motherfucker got it aim over first try.
No!
Yeah.
Luke would not stay with transport. He would have gone after the fighters.
Nah, he would. I would.
But it's the right move.
This is Yavin,
Yeah.
Luke. This is literally post... This is like, what's it called? Before Jedi training with Yoda, Luke. This is head first, Luke.
Okay, I'll give you that.
So we're going to page
But
20
we didn't
instead.
die, though. We just had a boring end.
Yeah, exactly. I count that as a death. Because you died.
I died inside, yeah.
Oh, you.
I follow orders.
I really like it when, like, video games do that, though. Like, you turn around and you exit, and it's like, oh, that's an ending.
You
You
know, the bad
left.
fish.
No, you're right. So that was a bad decision.
Yep. Weiss didn't even understand his own characters.
Wow.
You're not allowed to complain about Star Wars anymore.
Wow.
Yes, I am.
Because you don't even understand the character.
Wow.
Yes, I am. I was playing as me, okay?
You're playing as you, but not as Luke.
Exactly.
You're Luke.
I am Luke now.
Alright, page
I'm
20.
Luke Joker.
Luke's hands tightened around his flight stick.
What?
His flight stick! That's what it's called! You want to verify it, Sam? Come on.
No, I'm
over.
not saying I doubt you. It's just the name Flight Stick.
Low-key,
They
that,
can't
like,
have gone far. I'm going after them with my flight stick.
It's not actually joystick, right? Like, it's legitly flight stick.
It's
Yeah,
called
yeah,
flight
probably,
stick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It just sounds...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gunning his engines, he dove deeper into the nebula.
I mean, someone named it a cockpit, so... You
Why?
know.
Why did they do that?
Because they could. It was like a joke, too.
Wait, was it really?
Pretty sure.
Oh my
look it up.
god.
Continue.
Okay. You better be right about this. Came a familiar voice over the comm. Luke glanced to his right and saw Wedge dropping into position beside him. Because if you're wrong, Nair's gonna have us clean fuel lines for a month. Mm-hmm. I want to make them all stereotypes except for Wedge. And I added drawing up on his left. Luke smiled. The rest of Red Squadron believed in him, even if their commander didn't. So, where are they? Wedge asked. A message from R2 scrolled across Luke's screen. He frowned. Yeah, I know the sensors are off, he told the droid, but I can still find them. He tried reaching out with the Force, but for once, Wedge was one step ahead. I see them, Wedge said. And that's not all. The dense cloud had thinned to reveal the fleeing TIE fighters streaking toward an asteroid field. Almost as quickly as they had appeared, the TIEs plunged into the tumbling rocks, disappearing from sight. I'm going in, Luke told the others. Into the asteroids? Taylor said. You'll never make it out in one piece. Mm-hmm, girl.
Yeah. Why?
Does Luke listen to Ilar? Yes, the asteroid belt will be too dangerous. Go to page 41. No, he can't. Let the TIE fighters escape. Turn to page 36.
Not gonna lie, I kind of want to listen to her because of the sass.
Come on, last time we picked a boring thing, we died.
Yeah.
I kind of also want to listen to her, though, just because why not?
We really can't choose our own destiny. It's choosing it for us, honestly.
Okay, so what do we got? Sam?
Asteroid.
I say listen to her.
Okay,
Listen to
so
her.
listen,
All right.
asteroid.
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 Asteroid. Ooh, tie-breaking time.
Tiebreaker.
Doom, doom, doom,
You get to choose random for...
Heads.
Oh no, doesn't count. I lost it.
Jumanji.
That's dice.
Yeah, that's dice only. Okay, here we go. And it's tails. We are going into the asteroid belt.
Let's
right?
go. Die.
So, no, he can't let the TIE fighters escape. Turn to page 36. Don't worry, you get into their choice immediately, thank gosh. Okay, Luke ignored the warning, closing his S-foils and diving into the asteroid field. R2 was quick to tell him exactly what he thought of the maneuver. You fucking motherfucker, don't do this shit, goddammit! Just be quiet, you little bucket of bolts, or I'll make you quiet. Okay, he didn't say that part, but... Will you? Luke snapped. I need to concentrate. Sweat was running down his face. He was no fool. He knew this was dangerous. As dangerous as Porkins was in that one movie. That one. I love when I told Sam that one's name was Porkins, and she didn't believe me, and then...
Yep.
And then they said Porkins, and I'm like, God fucking damn it.
It's just a
It
fat
came
older guy.
from behind. That was one line.
Didn't he say yellow one or red something coming in as well?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, he had 2 lines. Thank you very much.
But that was his most
Yeah.
It came from behind the way he says it.
Yeah. Luke. The voice made his breath catch. It was Ben, cut down by Darth Vader, gone but somehow always near. Ben would believe in him. Ben would trust him. Luke, you need to turn back.
Ben would tell him he'd always hate flying.
No, Luke couldn't believe it. Even Ben doubted him. He'd show them. He'd show them all.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Ahead of him, the green TIE fighter broke cover, firing at a nearby asteroid. The strike set off a chain reaction, asteroids bouncing off each other. Luke banked to the right, but clipped a tumbling rock. R2 wailed as the X-Wing went into a spin.
Oh,
Luke
that-
wrestling with the controls. It took everything he had to pull... Oh my god, he had just to pull up. But Luke wasn't finished yet. The TIE fighter was still out there. He had to find it. Luke... Ben's voice urged him. No, let go. What does Luke do? Leave the asteroid field or continue to follow the TIE fighter?
Let go.
Let it go. Let it
We
go.
listen to Ben Kenobi.
We listen to the sassy bitch.
Yes.
Luke, let go. So 2 let goes?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Alright, let
Let's
it go.
go.
We're gonna Elsa it.
Page 38. Oh, I just have to turn the page. Nice. Luke sighed. Ben and his gay-ass wizard ways was right. He'd never make it through the rest of the asteroids, not with a damaged wing. He tried to guide his starfighter out of the fight, but energy bolts pummeled his bow. Luke looked up to see the TIE Alar had been fighting closing in at breakneck speed. There was nowhere for Luke to go. He was trapped. Pew 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 pew! Laser fire burst from above, buckling the TIE fighter's hull. The bullet-shaped spacecraft disintegrated, and Luke raised his hand to protect his eyes from the sudden glare. Oh, don't let go of the controls! Ah! It's not my ship! It's so bright! Oh, it was just his hand. An X-Wing swooped down in front of him, and Commander Nara barked over the comm. Follow me out of the asteroids! Luke groaned, but did as he was told. R2 bleeping in his ear. Yeah, that's right, you fucking bitch. You follow him.
Oh, now we follow the rules? Son of a bitch.
Yes, I know you told me not to do it, he replied. You and everyone else. Wedge and Alar fell into formation alongside him, following Red Leader back to the transport. No one spoke, although Luke didn't need the Force to feel the anger radiating from Nara's X-Wing.
Damn.
That's not right, Nara finally said. Commander? Wedge asked. The Nema, Nara replied. It's not at its last coordinates. It's gone? Dun dun dun! Turn to page 26.
And we didn't want to stay with them.
That was the bad ending. No.
Ooh, following the rules. Ooh.
Hate this book.
Just because that's what fucking Luke would have done.
No, I hate this book.
It's
not my story. I'm just kidding.
Not my story. It's not my headcanon for Luke.
It's not my
I agree, though.
With what part?
It should have been our story, not Luke's story.
It's Luke and Leia.
No.
Medical transports do not simply disappear, Commander, Mon Mothma said when they had returned to the fleet. Nara shifted uncomfortably beneath the Chief of State's steely gaze. The remaining members of Red Squadron were standing in the briefing room on board Home 1, the Alliance's Mon Calamari flagship. Luke could understand Nara's discomfort, especially as Leia Organa was standing beside Mon Mothma. Do you think it was destroyed? Leia asked. I wish I knew, Princess, Nara replied. When we returned from the asteroid field, it was nowhere to be seen. And your senses? Mon Mothma asked. They were next to useless in the nebula, Luke admitted. But why did you leave the Nema unattended in the first place? The Chief of State asked, her voice deceptively calm. Your orders were to accompany the transport at all times. Luke felt his cheeks flush. It was me, he blurted out. Red Leader told me to stay with the transport, but I went after the TIE fighters. Mon Mothma's brow creased. You disobeyed a direct order. We all did, Wedge cut in, stepping forward as did Alar. Lieutenant Antilles is correct, the purple-skinned Twilight confirmed. We all disobeyed the orders. There you go, you got it back, Brandon.
Thank you.
And now another ship is lost, Mon Mothma said sternly. Luke frowned. Another ship? This has happened before? Mon Mothma dismissed them without answering the question. Alar and Wedge made to leave, but Commander Nara held his ground, intrigued by the Chief of State's comments. Sorry, ma'am, but if there have been other disappearances? Mon Mothma exchanged glances with Leia before giving in. Very well, a total of 3 transports have been lost in the nebula. Taken by the Empire? Luke asked, shocked by the revelation. I like that young Luke now has Joker voice.
Okay.
Mon Mothma turned her gaze to the large star map behind her. There's no evidence of Imperial activity within the nebula. Other than the TIE fighters? Wedge pointed out. TIE fighters that, by your own report, varied considerably from known Imperial designs? I don't know who says this.
I have no idea.
Luke says, who else could it be?
Boom, boom, boom.
Other forces use TIE fighters, Leia reminded him. The Mining Guild, the Forged Myths of Matterhelm. People we have no fucking clue who they are.
The pirates?
Proper noun and proper noun?
Both of which are loyal to the Empire. Mon Mothma raised a hand to silence him. The fact of the matter is that the Kiax Nebula is no longer safe. We must find alternate routes. And what about the missing ships? Leia asked. We learn from our mistakes, the Chief State replied, and ensure such risks are never taken again. Does Leia agree with Mon Mothma? Yes. Turn to page 24. No! They should find the missing ships. Go to page 7.
Honestly, probably no, because it seems like anything whenever they're like, do this advice.
I say no.
Also, side note, Mon Mothma, more recently, you know who she's played by? Moira from Overwatch.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Extra side note, so apparently no one really knows where Cockpit came from, but there's a couple theories. Could be after a theater that was destroyed for war stuff. Could be after the gross medical place where patients are treated inside of a ship for some reason. And the third one is for cockfighting, which makes sense because dogfighting.
Yeah, Cockpit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the fourth one is, it was an epic prank.
Exactly.
Somebody was like, it'd be funny if we named this Cock.
So, we got 2 no's.
No.
No?
No, I agree with the
okay.
no.
Alright,
I
I already turned to page 7.
I don't have a choice in that.
Destiny is not your own anymore.
Brandon, you have no destiny here.
I have no rights.
Oh, and
I
guess
thought this
what?
was a democracy.
If you said yes, it would have been another the end.
I knew it.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what was with that laugh.
Leia shook her head. We can't ignore this. Nor can we risk further ships on rescue... Oh my god, I have no clue who's talking here. Put who's fucking talking. God damn it. I don't know if it's still Leia. I'm just going to assume it's Leia. Nor can we risk further ships on rescue missions. For all we know, the Nima has been destroyed. But I don't know who's talking.
Be a robot.
But the decision has been made, Mon Mothma said, and it was clear that the conversation was over. Commander Nera, if I may have a word. When the Chief of State and the Commander left, Luke gave Leia a weak smile and went to follow them out. But Leia touched his arm to stop him, and she kissed him on the mouth deeply.
Oh my god.
She leaned close to Luke, her voice low. Let's get it on, baby. We can't leave it like this. What else can we do? I can't do Joker anymore. It's too harsh on the vocal cords. You heard Mon Mothma. She's made her decision. And it's wrong, Leia insisted. Those medical supplies are too important to abandon. If Mon Mothma won't authorize a rescue mission, then we'll just have to go ourselves.
Is that what Mark Hamill sounds like in your brain?
No, that was Leia.
That's what Carrie Fisher sounds like in your brain?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Actually, she kind of does have a southern accent.
A little bit, yeah.
Does Luke agree to help Leia? Yes or no? Say no again.
Help your sister. Help Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, let's do medicine stuff.
I want to see if you go to... Oh, wow. It is. Yeah, okay, alright. So we're saying yes?
Yeah.
There's no fucking choices. You guys are right. It's like...
Everything leads to death.
It's like... Or just a boring game over.
This is one of those things where it's like the marketing department says this has to be a choose your own adventure now, and it's like, fuck.
I still love Carrie Fisher's dog.
The French
bulldog. The French bulldog with the tongue for, like, almost always hanging out. I love him.
Us? Luke wasn't sure about this. Leia, my X-Wing is pretty beaten up. That's fine, Leia said. If someone's capturing spacecraft, we need to take something that no one is their right mind would want to steal. A real heap of junk. That's closer to Leia in the later movies. You want to take her where? Han Solo asked, hands out on his hips like a sassy bitch. They were standing in Home One's hangar bay in front of the Millennium Falcon. Han's pride and joy. I don't know who's saying this. It's a quick search and rescue mission, that's all. In the Kiax Nebula? What is wrong with you people? I don't want to be in these fucking movies anymore. Can you please stop?
Why'd you put me in the sequels, damn it?
I told Mon Mothma that flying through that cloud was a bad idea. But would she listen? It's a dirty place full of dirty crooks.
Oh my god.
Leia shot a glance at Han's battered freighter. Then the Falcon will fit right in. Han looked at Luke for support. Did you hear that? She asked for help and then insults my ship. Come on, Han, Luke says. You'll be doing us a favor. Why is it always me that has to do favors? Han asked. Why not ask Syndulla or even Jackson if you're that desperate? No one is that desperate, Leia said firmly. Fine, if you don't want to help, you don't have to help us.
Then she makes out with her brother again just to spite him some more. Because that's literally what... Wasn't that the fifth one, right? Or the second?
The fifth one.
Yeah, the second of the original trilogy.
Yeah, the fifth one, episode 5.
Where he's just like, and she's like...
Yeah, make out kiss.
Laugh it up.
I don't want to help, Han confirmed with a tight smile. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to help Chewie fix the docking ring.
I would say, if Chewie was not mentioned at all, I was going to be pissed.
Luke watched Han swagger toward the large Wookiee, who was busying himself with an arc welder. Well, I guess the mission's off. Leia had already started marching toward the turbolift. Oh, make no mistake, the mission's on. But we don't have a ship, he said, catching up with her. Yes, we do, she told him. We're taking the Falcon. But Han said... I know what Han said, Leia interrupted as the turbolift doors opened. But do you really think that's going to stop me? Does Luke help Leia take the Falcon, yes or no?
Ride or die twins.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, apparently
Well,
no.
it just looks like she's dying right now.
Do you think Han's going to say no to this?
Right? So we're saying yes to help?
Yeah.
Both do give multiple options, not just a game over.
Nah.
I want to help her out, because why not? That seems more fun. Hijacking the fucking Millennium Falcon, why the fuck not?
Yeah?
Let's go.
Luke couldn't believe what he was hearing. You're going to steal the Falcon? No, of course not, Leia replied, stepping into the lift pod. I'm going to borrow it, and you're going to help. Luke followed her in, and the door shut behind him. How? We need a distraction. Something to lure Han away from the ship. Like what? Like one of the droids, Leia said, a plan starting to form. Which droid do you send to distract Han? R2-D2 or C-3PO?
C-3PO.
C-3PO.
It's gotta be.
Why not?
We should push him down the stairs.
No.
Oh my, I'm just a big gay robot.
Sir, I do believe.
Sir, I
And then
believe I'm
R2-D2
gay.
Shut the fuck up.
I feel like, on low-key, I feel like R2-D2 can mess with them a lot more, but I just want to see 3
Okay,
Oh,
cut.
yeah.
Question in couples. Who's the R2-D2, who's the C-3PO of the relationship?
Honestly, don't think that applies with Luis and I.
No, I'm R2-D2.
Oh, yeah?
He's much more of the hold my beer, I'm gonna do something.
Alright.
Yeah.
Cool.
You're the very knowledgeable.
I like
So-
C-3PO.
I feel like I'm C-3PO because I'm the neurotic one.
Yes.
I like how you're just like, yep.
Well, I just have to say that I have 5 pages worth of reading now from
I'm sorry.
this choice. Alright. Captain Solo! Han Solo groaned as C-3PO bustled up to the Millennium Falcon. Not now, Goldenrod, he said, not looking up from his repairs. I'm afraid I really must talk to you. We're busy, Han said, activating a bit driver to drown out the protocol droid's voice. See? This is us being busy. The fussy robot pressed on regardless. But I have an urgent message from Princess Leia. She sent me to fetch you without delay. Chewie, tell 3PO to fuck off. We're not coming. The Wookiee barked a non-too-subtle warning.
Wait, what? How did they write the automatopoeia?
They didn't. They just said
Oh.
the Wookiee barked a non-too-subtle warning.
Damn.
Bark, bark.
He just all of a sudden sound like a small dog. Just
Well, there's no need to shoot the messenger, C-3PO commented testily. No, but I could remove both his legs, Han said, waving his bit driver in the droid's general direction. C-3PO finally took the hint and tottered away. Oh dear, the princess is going to be most disappointed. She so wanted to warn you about Jabba the Hutt. The mention of his former employer caught Han's interest. What about him? C-3PO paused. According to our contact on Tatooine, Jabba has increased the bounty on your head to something in the region of 1,000,000 credits. A grin spread across Han's face. 1,000,000? Did you hear that, Chewie? Not bad, huh? But that wasn't all. Indeed, and according to our intel, the bounty for your companion is 2 million. 2 million? Han repeated, visibly shocked. No way is a fuzzball worth twice as much as me. He raised his hands as Chewie towered over him, bellowing in protest. Hey, I'm just saying, pal. I'm the one with the reputation, not you. Perhaps there's been a mistake, C-3PO said, heading toward the turbolift. I'm sure the princess will explain. She better, Han said, ushering his hairy companion after the droid. Come on, you big lug. Something about this isn't right. He was still shaking his head when the turbolift doors closed. 2 million? Unbelievable. God damn, how many more pages? I forgot. It's 6 pages I have to read. Not that many. Ha! Like taking clams from a Gungan. You all know what Gungans are. It's Jar Jar Binks.
Oh,
Okay.
You mean the racist aliens?
Oh, Misa Jar Jar Binks! With unconscionable.
That's the one.
Leia muttered as she emerged from her hiding place behind the Falcon. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Said Luke as she hurried up the ramp. No, she insisted, although her grin told him otherwise. Soon they were standing in the familiar confines of the freighter's shabby cockpit. Luke hesitated by Han's chair as Leia dropped into the co-pilot's seat. Hurry up, they'll be back soon. Shaking his head, Luke sat down and primed the Falcon's systems. He belched. Are you sure you want to do this? Do you have a choice now? Do you want to do this or not? No, I'm just kidding. We don't have any choice, Leia replied, feeding the nebula's coordinates into the nav computer.
Stares into the camera. We don't have a choice.
C-3PO's voice crackled from the comlink she had strapped to her jacket. Princess, this is C-3PO. Where are you? I have Captain Solo with me as requested, but can't find you anywhere. Luke frowned. Han won't wait for long. Then let's get going, Leia said, indicating the star field beyond the bay doors. Luke fired the repulsors, but nothing happened. Leia looked at him expectantly. Aren't we supposed to be moving? Luke jabbed buttons, but nothing was working. She won't take off. The engines are online, but she's not responding. It's not like this fucking piece of shit doesn't work or something. God. How many movies have we done this to? Leia let out an exasperated breath. Does nothing on this grease bucket work? Luke activated the ship's faults locator. Everything's working perfectly. The Falcon is just frozen. On the comlink, C-3PO was pleading with the smugglers to stay with him until he had located the princess. Then unfreeze it, Leia snapped. They're coming back. Behind them, R2-D2 gave an agitated bleep. Luke swiveled in his chair. An immobilizer? Are you sure? R2 blooped a response. Can you bloop that for me, Weiss? Alright.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Doesn't an immobilizer do what I think it does, Leia asked. Luke stared at the controls in despair. It means that only Han and Chewie can launch the Falcon. Leia shook her head. It's like they don't trust us. Can you blame them? Luke said as C-3PO reported that Han and Chewbacca returned to the hangar bay.
Yeah, I'm like, gee, I wonder why they don't trust.
Leia turned to R2. Can you override the code? The astromech thrust his probe into a socket as Luke glanced nervously at the turbolift. Any time now would be good. The squat droid gave a bleep of triumph and the engine swirled. Go on, triumph. Yeah, I don't know about these bleeps.
There you go.
It's a bleep, not a whistle.
What's a bleep?
Yeah, it's a bleep of triumph.
That's not a bleep.
That was a bleep? That
Yeah.
wasn't a bleep either.
Alright, what's your bleep, Weiss? Just go.
Yeah, okay, that works.
There you go.
You just ripped off Sam. It's okay.
Plagiarism.
Thank you, Sam.
I just put a little roll in there. Sam did most of the work.
You did it, Luke said, activating the repulsors. And just in time, Leia said as Han Solo strode onto the hangar bay to win his beloved ship sweeping out into the stars. You fuckers!
This is why we get divorced in like 20 years.
They don't get divorced, they just separate.
This is why we have a shit kid.
What do you think is going to upset him more? Luke asked as they entered the nebula. That we stole his ship or that you lied about the bounty? You're not helping, Luke, Leia said suddenly. Sullenly, sorry. Oh my god, I can't talk. It was obvious. She was feeling guilty, but it was too late. Luke felt the same. As soon as they'd cleared home one, he'd wanted to swing back around, but as his Aunt Beru had always said, What was done was done. That was her classic line from
Wow.
the movie.
You know.
Before she got burned up.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's like, well,
Fucking
what's
icon,
done
man.
was done. Besides, for all his guilt, Luke was really enjoying piloting Han's ship. It was fair to say that it wasn't the smoothest of freighters. Even with the Falcon's power and maneuverability, the engines occasionally seemed to fight against the flight stick, rather than responding to its commands, as if the ship's systems had a will of their own. It was lucky that Luke had grown up flying thrown together skyhoppers on Tatooine. Sitting in the pilot seat and wrestling with the aging starship's controls almost felt like coming home. So, where did we last see the Nema? Leia asked. Luke checked the display. As expected, the space dust was wreaking havoc on the Falcon's sensors. Somewhere around here, but I can't be certain. He reached over to widen the sensor reach, and a voice burst out of the comlink. Help us please, we're under attack! Do you answer the distress call or no?
No, we're just gonna get trapped into a space steer, man.
Alright, what happens when we say no? Come on.
No.
Okay, we're not helping these people. Page 8.
We're not.
What do we do? Luke asked. Leia switched off the comlink. We need to find the Nema. But the distress call, he began. Luke, the supplies on the transport could save thousands of people. He could tell that this was hard for her, so Luke took the Falcon to the Nema's last known position. The transport was nowhere to be seen, just like before. Luke even reached out with the Force, but he felt nothing but regrets.
What?
That's the best thing you can feel for the Force. It's useless, Leia finally admitted. We should check on that ship. But the distress signal call had ceased. Perhaps they got away, Luke suggested. Or were destroyed. Leia said quietly, pressing controls on the Navi computer. Of course, except for home. They would return to the fleet empty-handed. The end.
Hilarious. I like how they try to make us feel bad and then, like, oh, you didn't do your job anyways. Like, if you don't want someone to make a choice, don't let the players make the choice.
This was 100% not a choose your own adventure at first.
No, the whole fucking book isn't a choose your own adventure. It's literally, hey, choose this because this is what you're supposed to do, and just this. There's
You're a
like
good guy, right?
Very railroady.
it's super railroady. This is
Just tell the story of Luke and Leia without being a choose your own adventure then.
yeah.
Like, they could have, done it better in a way of not letting you do terrible things.
Mhm.
Like, let's abandon this guy. Or you can say, hey, we're going to sneak this way, or we're going to sneak that way.
Like, if you're gonna, like, the first choice shouldn't have immediately ended. One of the choices should not have immediately ended you there. It should have branched off at that point into two different stories.
Especially the first one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, the first one.
Amateur mistake.
Like, it's a super amateur mistake when it comes to choose your own adventures. Like, RL does it. I know RL has done it a couple times in his books. But you know what? It's always on the first page. You don't have to read 5 fucking pages
It's
worth
like,
of
go
shit.
to page 2, and they're like, fucking actually do something, you little piece of shit.
Yeah, you I feel like you hit the nail on the head. It's like, oh shit, guys, we gotta make this a choose your own adventure. Quick, do something.
Yeah.
That's basically what
Like, it's a weak one. I was, like, even thinking, like, oh, maybe we can return to this next year for a different one. And I'm like,
No.
nah, I think next year we might just shoot... There's a couple young adults... Star Wars books we can choose from. There's the Galaxy of Terror, which is their attempt at doing Goosebump-style horror.
Ooh.
Or there's the Qui-Gon
that-
Jinn and what's it called? Obi-Wan Kenobi, like, prequel books to Episode 1.
Is the horror like Event Horizon horror?
I don't know. I've never read
It's
one.
like young adult horror.
It's not going to be Event Horizon.
I don't know, because it's in space.
Okay, Event Horizon isn't the only space horror.
But
It could be like Alien.
Star Wars in an Event Horizon style would be really fucking cool.
That'd be fucking terrifying.
I'd like it.
I bet you would. I would just want to watch Event Horizon. I wouldn't want to see it with Star Wars characters. I don't think it would improve on it.
It would be sad.
See, all I can think of is, like, some of the stuff, depending on how with being both a kid thing and a horror thing, the first thing I think of is fucking the Buzz Lightyear Star Command Nosfer 8-2. Where it was a vampire thing in fucking space, and it was cheesy as hell, but fun.
Hey, it works. It's kind of like what's it called? It's like the where car in what's it called? Futurama.
Yeah.
Or Jason in Space.
Jason X.
Yeah.
I like Jason X.
I forgot about that one.
That one's fun. I wouldn't say it's a good movie, but it's a fun movie. It's kind of like how I would describe the Super Mario Brothers movie. I wouldn't say I liked it, but it was a lot of fun.
It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
I say it's amazing.
You didn't watch it.
Yeah. And?
I need to... You're flawed.
I stand by what probably... Like, my theory of it, because I have not seen it yet, is it looks like it's going to be super pretty, but it's going to be the equivalent of, like, a McDonald's Happy Meal in the way of nutrition, of, like, value.
No, it looks beautiful.
That's
but
what I'm saying, of, like, yeah, it's pretty.
but it's dense.
Yeah.
Are we talking about
the movie?
Okay, I was like, wait.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for joining us this time on Let's Read and Drunken Book Club. Hey, if you enjoyed what you heard and liked, make sure to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and follow our socials, which I don't know what they are at this current time, but hey, they're going to be right here.
Hey, how's it going? So I have to record this pretty quietly because I'm editing this one pretty late because I can't fall asleep certain nights anymore, and that's fun. But I digress about that. Our socials are at DBC_pod on Twitter, and our Patreon is patreon.com/drunkenbookclub. Make sure to follow us there. It's $1 to join. Be like Trey and be cool and recommend us books and stuff. Okay, bye.
Thanks, future Chris. You really hit that one out of the park. Sam, where can they find you? At Berserker Rose? Cool.
Yes.
On Twitter and Tumblr.
And some other places occasionally.
Ooh,
but
do
rarely
me
ever.
too.
Oh, and you can find Weiss at Force Left Hander. Drop the E on Hander. And you can find him on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, right? TikTok,
Yeah, only my wife can do me. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I already did you, baby.
Oh no!
It's too late.
Give me the ring, Noelia.
Wait,
He's
no.
mine now.
Don't you remember
I'm your
me?
wife now.
I'm your wife now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god.
Oh,
This
God.
isn't a harem anime.
Wait, hold on, because I was your wife before.
Oh
Noelia.
my gosh.
You hussy! Just start taking off earrings.
How many
Yeah.
wives do you have here?
Who wants to get wine and just take turns splashing it in each other's face? Do a whole, like, fucking Housewives of whatever trashy
Oh
place.
my
Oh
God.
my
no.
goodness. Well, if we did another one of those choose your date things,
Oh yeah.
you could be the date.
I'm down.
Alright, Brandon, where
Uh,
can we find you?
Eldritch Main on Twitter and TikTok. Come commission me for models.
Yeah.
Woo.
Or just give me money.
Models? What kind of models?
Huh?
Yeah.
What kind of models?
Like
models.
Like model
What
kits?
models? Like
Just models.
3D
You know
models.
3D models.
No,
yeah.
no.
Okay.
Just models.
He just
I'm
has a
so
whole-
confused.
Can I commission a 3D model of R.L. Stein? I will pay for a 3D model of R.L. Stein.
I'm already paying him for a Mandalorian helmet.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
reminds me, I need to pay Sarah. Because I'm
Yeah.
commissioning her for an art piece.
Oh, nice.
Like, are you talking about 3D model as in like something for a 3D printer, or 3D model as in like 3D art model?
It's all the same.
Oh, okay. I don't know these things. I don't work with 3D art.
Whichever you want,
unfortunately.
baby.
It's whatever.
How
you want
much
me
would
to
you charge
be.
me? I would actually pay for it.
You know what? It's a couple thousand usually, but you know.
I'd pay it.
No.
Wait,
Anyways.
no, don't.
No, don't.
Thank you for joining
Brandon
us
is
on
really
Speaking
good
of
with
Which.
his work.
Yeah, it's
Like,
Drunken Book Club.
Oh, Drunken Book Club, you idiot.
Don't dead name us.
You did name the podcast,
Oh
Brandon.
no, we've gone back
Just
and reverted.
Edit this part in right here.
Okay,
Drunken Book Club.
I will now. Alright, thank you for joining us this week. Let's go out on a Star Wars theme song.
The disco. The disco
No.
cover.
Oh, we're gonna do yeah.
No, we gotta do the Han Solo.
I'm Han Solo.
Solo.
I'm Han Solo. Oh god,
Yeah.
I think I'll do the MC Chris version of that because it's actually pretty good. Instead of the one on the Disney Connect one, or not Disney, Star Wars Connect.
Yeah.